When are you going to stop jacking off and start taking life seriously? Start taking seriously the opportunity that is your ability right here, right now, to start sampling the proverbial buffet of life. Because for a lot of the time that you've spent in this finite human form, you've spent pissing it away, haven't you? I've spent pissing it away, haven't I? And unfortunately, one aspect, dire indeed, that would seem to be innate to the human condition is that it is not the pursuit of pleasure, but rather the aversion of pain that serves in a sense as our greatest ally, as our greatest source of motivation. I've got from a screenshot of a video that I made back in 2014 titled Goodbye, Chelsea. I've got a picture that I like to keep in mind. Literally in mind, ingrained in my mind. I call this lad, this boy, Jason Jr. This boy was blindsided by life, man. Completely blindsided by life. And it was this rock bottom moment of being rejected by a girl that I was just head over heels in love with that really brought me to my knees and forced me to call in question everything leading up to that point in time in terms of who I was presenting myself as in the world, and the degree of receptivity that I received from others for presenting myself in such a way. It's as if I was given a map that was not one-to-one with the territory, and the map that I was given, that I was following literally to the letter, didn't bring me to the promised land as it's so depicted, but rather off of a cliff. And my goal with this channel, with Jason Actualization, is to help you update your mental model, your map of reality, so that you can reconcile it in a one-to-one fashion so that you don't get blindsided like I did. My map was so bad that after being rejected, I made an in excess of 20-minute video talking about how head over heels in love I was with this girl and how I couldn't imagine a life without her, that I literally burned to a DVD in tandem with a video of our dance class. We met in this, I don't know if it was actually dance class or French class. We had two elective courses together in college, and my Japanese roommate, Kenny, filmed this dance night that we did together that I was fantasizing about for like a month straight. There was a part of the video of the dance act that we did. It's called a kip up together. And we were both at the front of the pack doing like this whole shoulder move and then this whole 360 spinorama. And I was literally fantasizing about that for months. I couldn't get this freaking girl off of my mind, man. And in trying to get her back, I literally thought that just expressing myself, being emotionally vulnerable, which, by the way, there was a time and a place for that. I thought that that was the way to get her back. So as if my map wasn't bad enough, it was like I was a dead horse that was being further beaten because the revival tactic that I was using to give myself life again literally was poisonous. My means of getting her back precisely poisoned me. And it wasn't until a very masculine, prodigious savant, literally halfway around the world, who gave me an utterly life-changing map that I'm eternally grateful for. It wasn't until I followed that map, that I was actually able to revive myself, to resurrect my enthusiasm for life, and to actually peel back all of the proverbial layers of the onion that were actually hiding from my true, authentic form, which paradoxically actually garners me more respect and more intrigue and interest from others. Because at the end of the day, we want that. We want to be loved as we are. We want to be loved in our authentic expression. But it's precisely the expression that I was hiding from that had me masquerading as a more submissive beta male than I actually was at my core. And it wasn't until I looked inward and I asked myself some really difficult questions about the first 20 years of my life and the information that I had been given throughout that period of time. I had to ask myself, did I ever actually do the arithmetic? When I'm being told that 2 + 2 = 5, then surely 5 - 2 would equal 2. But I never bothered to double check that narrative. I never bothered subtracting 2 from 5, only to see that it ends up rendering 3 and not 2. So what I was told all along was wrong, that 2 + 2 = 5. What is 2 + 2 = 5? That is a microcosm of a plethora of poor advice that you've been given as a male navigating life in the 21st century. 2 + 2 = 5 is something to the effect of drink tap water. It's perfectly fine. Sure, it's fluoridated. Sure, that's a neurotoxin. Sure, it's got ethinyl estradiol in it, birth control. But drink the tap water anyway. Just do it. You don't need to filter your water. You don't need to use vapor distillation to render the most molecularly pure water possible, that approximating rainwater. Just drink the tap water. Just drink the tap water. You'll be perfectly fine. 2 + 2 = 5 is something to the effect of just eat the seed oils. Eat the industrial, refined, bleached, and deodorized oils that oxidize in tandem with cigarettes. French fries, each individual fry can be likened to the oxidative stress that smoking a cigarette confers. But just eat the fries, man. Just eat the processed, packaged foods that come in bags, boxes, cans, and containers that are totally trashed, riddled with refined, bleached, and deodorized oils. Corn, canola, cottonseed, soybean, sunflower, safflower, rice bran, grapeseed, even peanut and sesame oil. Just consume the Kool-Aid, the omega-6 fatty acids, the linoleic acid that is going to make your esophagus on fire for about 6 years of your life between 15 and 21. You're going to spend your 20th birthday adjacent the dorm room that you're residing in college. You're going to spend over an hour in the nearest bathroom trying to regurgitate the food that completely impacted your esophagus, that left you unable to speak and barely able to breathe as your girlfriend lies there on your bed in isolation in the absence of your present energy and company. But just eat the seed oils nonetheless. Drink the tap water, eat the processed foods, take the medicine that the doctor gave you, the fluticasone propionate, an inhaled corticosteroid, omeprazole, also known as Prilosec, a proton pump inhibitor. Take those for the rest of your life because there's no cure for your condition. There's no cure for your chronic inflammatory condition that is wreaking havoc on your esophagus. Your allergies, we've got Singulair for you. We've got loratadine, a histamine blocker. Just shut up and take the medications and go to the pharmacy every 30 to 90 days for the rest of your life for your next prescription refill. 2 + 2 = 5 is an erroneous assertion that if it gets cited enough, you start to believe it. And that's the problem, is that it becomes an echo chamber because everybody else is going to the pharmacy, everybody else is drinking the tap water, everybody else is consuming refined, bleached, and deodorized industrial oils in an ancestrally unprecedented way. So you just shut up and you stand in line and you follow the other folks who are going to the slaughterhouse that you can't even see. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. People don't want to see it. People don't even want to see the current state of society, the current state of their consciousness. And so if not for the aforementioned examples of 2 + 2 = 5, then what about the chemical crutches that, if nothing else, serve to distract you from the present moment? Chemical copes such as nicotine, energy drinks, rock stars, Monster Energy, Red Bulls, alcohol, literally sedating you from your most present, authentic, alive, alert, and engaged self. What about smoking the weed, man? Smoke it! Smoke the weed. What about that? Well, it just gets normalized, right? Well, it's okay if it's smoked from a vape pen. It's vaping. It's a very elegant, nuanced methodology. And everybody else is doing it, so you may as well. Because why bother subtracting 2 from 5 to double check, to do the arithmetic, to jump through the hoops necessary to solidify a proper map for yourself, a mental model that actually helps you navigate life effectively and experience it in its beauty, in its totality, in its primordial nature? There's a really important question that you have to be honest about yourself with, which is, when are you going to get serious about life? You wake up every day, you proceed on autopilot, you never really peel back, zoom out, and look at your life objectively and go meta. Because in a sense, your life is like a series of dominoes, is it not? Up until this video, up until this point in time, the way that the next domino falls and has fallen is a direct consequence of the way that the one preceding it fell. And what I'm here to tell you is to stop it. Cut the fucking shit. It's called a pattern interrupt. The next domino is going to fall precisely in proportion to the way that the one preceding it fell. And what you have to say, just like Neo in the Matrix said, is no. No, 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 no. Pattern interrupt. You literally stop the next domino from falling and you say, "F that. Enough is enough. I'm going to take my life seriously. I'm going to pursue my bliss. I'm going to show up to life with a cup that filleth over, and I'm going to share that with everybody else, man, because I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to have you join me on this journey. I love you very much. I hope you take life seriously. I hope you wake up and realize the profundity of life and of the experiences that lie ahead. I love you very much. Subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, my friend, find your freedom. Peace.